Every once in a while, individuals capture the public's imagination and rise to viral fame, becoming cultural phenomena. Such was the story of David and Peter Paul, famously known as the Barbarian brothers. Emerging during the late 1980s and early 1990s, the twins were impossible to ignore, their towering physiques and magnetic, larger-than-life personalities setting them apart in the worlds of bodybuilding and entertainment. They captivated audiences with their unconventional style, blending raw power with a playful sense of rebellion that challenged traditional norms. However, what began as a meteoric rise to fame eventually unraveled into a tale marked by unexpected tragedy and heartbreak. Their journey, though brief, was defined by passion, resilience, and a unique charisma that left a lasting impression. Yet, beneath the surface of their fame lay a series of unexplainable challenges and losses that turned their story into one of bittersweet reflection. This is the full and compelling saga of the Barbarian brothers, a tale of dreams realized, hardships endured, and a legacy that remains unforgettable. The early years, a unique bond. David and Peter Paul were born on March 8, 1957, in Hartford, Connecticut, to William and Dorothy Paul. Growing up in a modest household within a large family, the twins shared an extraordinary bond and an unparalleled zest for life. While their upbringing was rooted in simplicity and discipline, their bold personalities often thrust them into the spotlight. The twins' father, William, a former college track star and fitness enthusiast, played a pivotal role in shaping their early interests, particularly in athletics and physical fitness. From a young age, David and Peter exhibited boundless energy and a knack for mischief. Their high energy often got them into trouble, especially in school, where David in particular struggled academically. Teased by classmates and labeled as stupid, it wasn't until later that both twins were diagnosed with severe dyslexia. This revelation shed light on their academic challenges and helped explain their tendencies to act out. Despite these difficulties, their determination and creativity allowed them to carve a unique identity for themselves. Encouraged by their father's passion for fitness, the twins were introduced to weightlifting early in life. This exposure not only helped them build their impressive physiques, but also ignited a lifelong passion for bodybuilding. By the age of 15, David could already bench press 300 pounds, a testament to their raw strength and dedication. Their school years were marked by a mix of struggle and triumph. Though dyslexia hindered their academic performance, the twins excelled in physical activities, particularly wrestling and football, where they gained recognition for their teamwork and unbreakable bond. A growing passion for bodybuilding. During their teenage years, David and Peter's passion for fitness became an integral part of their lives, growing stronger with each passing day. They spent countless hours at the gym, driven by an almost obsessive desire to push their physical and mental limits. Their dedication was nothing short of legendary. Even during festive occasions like Christmas or New Year's Eve, when most people were celebrating with family and friends, the twins could be found lifting weights or squatting in their modest apartment. While their peers indulged in the typical teenage pastimes of socializing and leisure, David and Peter remained laser-focused on sculpting their bodies, fine-tuning their strength, and mastering the art of fitness. Their commitment set them apart, reflecting their unwavering determination to excel in a field that had captured their hearts. After graduating from high school, the twins briefly enrolled in college, but the experience proved challenging. Their struggles with dyslexia and their restless, energetic spirits made it difficult for them to thrive in a traditional academic setting. It became clear that their true calling lay elsewhere. In 1977, David and Peter took a leap of faith and opened their own gym, P&D's House of Iron, in Narragansett, Rhode Island. The gym had humble beginnings. Its mirrors were salvaged from a university men's room, but its gritty, no-nonsense atmosphere quickly set it apart. Word spread, and P&D's House of Iron became a local sensation. fitness enthusiasts from all walks of life were drawn to the twins' infectious passion and the gym's authentic ethos. The venture not only solidified David and Peter's reputation in the fitness community, but also marked the beginning of a legacy born from hard work, resilience, and an unrelenting drive to succeed. California dreams and breaking into the mainstream. The turning point for the Paul twins came in 1979 when they met Pete Grimkowski, a professional bodybuilder and owner of Gold's Gym in Venice, California. Inspired by icons like Arnold Schwarzenegger, the twins decided to pursue their dreams in Los Angeles, the epicenter of bodybuilding. Their arrival in California was nothing short of dramatic. They pulled up to Gold's Gym on motorcycles, clad in flannel shirts, jeans, and headbands, exuding a rugged, no-nonsense charm that contrasted sharply with the local bodybuilding culture. Their work ethic and strength quickly set them apart. While most Gold's Gym regulars trained in tank tops and shorts to show off their physiques, the Barbarian brothers trained heavily clothed, earning them the nickname the Lumberjacks. Beneath their layers, their massive necks, measuring an astonishing 20 inches, hinted at the power they possessed. Their flamboyant style, combined with their unmatched strength and charisma, made them local legends in the Venice Beach fitness scene. A rise to fame. The Barbarian brothers' fame extended beyond the gym. Their unique personalities and unconventional approach to life caught the attention of fans and the entertainment industry alike. They appeared in bodybuilding magazines and landed roles in films, where their humor and larger-than-life personas shone. However, their rise to fame was as turbulent as it was meteoric. Despite their undeniable talent and presence, the twins faced criticism for their unorthodox style, which often clashed with the mainstream bodybuilding world. A tragic decline. Despite their success, the Barbarian brothers' lives took a dark turn in their later years. Challenges, both personal and professional, began to mount, leading to a series of unexplainable tragedies. While their story remains a testament to resilience and passion, it also serves as a cautionary tale about the fleeting nature of fame and the pressures of living in the public eye. The story of the Barbarian brothers is one of highs and lows, triumphs and tragedies. From their humble beginnings in Hartford to their rise as bodybuilding icons, their journey is a powerful reminder of the strength of brotherhood and the complexities of chasing dreams. It wasn't just their unique style that made the Paul brothers stand out among bodybuilders and onlookers. It was their awe-inspiring strength. They quickly built a reputation for feats of power that seemed almost superhuman. The brothers could reverse bench press 500 pounds with ease, perform behind-the-neck presses with 365 pounds, and swing the heaviest dumbbells for cheat curls like they were toys. At their peak, Peter stood 6 feet tall and weighed a solid 235 pounds, while his slightly taller brother, David, measured 6 feet 1 inch and weighed 245 pounds. Reflecting on their accomplishments, David once remarked, "We weren't the world's strongest men, but we were the world's strongest bodybuilders." Those who witnessed their displays of power would wholeheartedly agree. Their remarkable strength, paired with their unique style and charisma, made them an unmissable presence in the gym, quickly earning them recognition as dominant figures in the bodybuilding world. By the early 1980s, the Paul brothers had embraced a new moniker, the Barbarians, or the Barbarian brothers. The nickname resonated with the cultural trends of the era, influenced heavily by the success of Arnold Schwarzenegger's Conan the Barbarian. With their wild, untamed look and larger-than-life personalities, the brothers seemed born for the spotlight. They quickly became media darlings, gracing the pages of popular fitness publications such as Muscle and Fitness, Muscle Mag International, and Powerlifting USA. Their rise to fame reached a milestone in January 1982 when they appeared on the cover of Muscle and Fitness, catapulting them to the forefront of the bodybuilding scene. But their appeal wasn't confined to the world of fitness. They began crossing over into mainstream media, earning mentions in the Los Angeles Times, and making memorable appearances on local and national television talk shows. With their bold and unfiltered personalities, the Barbarian brothers charmed audiences, sharing outrageous anecdotes that left everyone entertained and eager for more. Their fame skyrocketed in the summer of 1982, when Sports Illustrated, at the height of its popularity with a circulation of over 3 million, published an extensive 8-page feature titled Honing the Barbarians. This exposure catapulted them further into the public eye. The brothers' penchant for telling exaggerated or fantastical stories added to their mystique. While it was often difficult to separate fact from fiction in their tales, this ambiguity only enhanced their legend. "A barbarian wouldn't lie, would he? Print the legend," David quipped, summing up their approach to myth-making. True to their name, the Barbarian brothers were infamous for their outrageous antics both inside and outside the gym. Their behavior and lifestyle bordered on the absurd, further cementing their reputation as larger-than-life figures. Their diet, for instance, was as extreme as their workouts. They claimed to consume 36 eggs daily and 7,000 calories, much of it from junk food like ice cream, cookies, Doritos, and Captain Crunch cereal. Despite their high-calorie, unconventional eating habits, they reportedly maintained a body fat percentage of around 6%. They also delighted in defying social norms and authority, famously accumulating $6,000 in unpaid parking tickets with the justification that rules didn't apply to barbarians. Their antics included pouring chocolate milk on a man in a Ferrari because, as David explained, "We always did the things people were afraid to do." The brothers even recounted vomiting their massive egg breakfasts off their Venice, California, apartment balcony, horrifying unsuspecting pedestrians below. Stories like these became part of their mythos, blurring the lines between reality and legend. Despite the embellishments, there was no disputing the extraordinary feats of strength the Barbarian brothers performed. Their physical prowess was well documented through photos, videos, and live exhibitions, where their raw power left audiences in awe. One such exhibition took place at Disneyland in 1982, where the brothers showcased their strength in front of a stunned crowd. David, known as the stronger of the two, bench-pressed 500 pounds with a reverse grip, a move requiring exceptional power and precision. Not to be outdone, Peter performed behind-the-neck presses with 315 pounds for 4 reps, a feat attempted by few due to its technical difficulty and risk. David followed up with seated shoulder presses using 150-pound dumbbells, while Peter used the same enormous weights for alternating cheat curls. These demonstrations solidified their status as two of the most powerful and entertaining figures in bodybuilding, earning them a legendary place in the annals of fitness history. As their fame grew, so did their mystique, blending strength, audacity, and charisma into an unforgettable legacy. The Barbarian brothers, David and Peter Paul, rose to fame as a unique duo that transcended bodybuilding to become icons in popular culture. Leveraging their distinctive looks, magnetic personalities, and unapologetic attitudes, they quickly captured Hollywood's attention. During the early to mid-1980s, the brothers began transitioning from bodybuilding to entertainment, earning roles in films that capitalized on their rugged, larger-than-life personas. One of their earliest successes came with the 1983 film DC Cab, where they appeared alongside Mr. T, portraying bodyguards that mirrored their real-life image, tough, muscular, and slightly outrageous. This role paved the way for their leading performance in The Barbarians, 1987, a sword and sorcery adventure that cemented their place in the pop culture landscape. The film showcased their humorous and heroic qualities, solidifying their brand as more than just bodybuilders but as entertainers with a unique edge. Despite their foray into Hollywood, the brothers never completely left their bodybuilding roots. Instead, they cleverly blended both worlds, building a brand that was equal parts fitness and showmanship. They continued to perform at bodybuilding events, drawing massive crowds who came not only to witness their feats of strength, but also to hear their wild, often outrageous stories. Their image was as much about their rebellion and nonconformity as their physical prowess. Unlike their contemporaries in the fitness world, the Paul twins rejected the polished, rule-abiding norms of bodybuilding and entertainment. They embodied a spirit of freedom and individuality, resonating with a generation that admired their raw, authentic approach. Fans admired their refusal to conform, whether in the gym, on Venice Beach, or on film sets, making them relatable anti-heroes in a world that often felt overly controlled and serious. The Barbarian brothers' appeal extended beyond their physical strength. It was their charisma, humor, and self-awareness that set them apart. While many fitness gurus and Hollywood stars projected a polished image, the Paul twins were rough around the edges, unapologetically authentic, and deeply entertaining. They became icons not because they played by the rules, but because they broke them, blending humor with strength in a way that felt fresh and inspiring. Even their absence from competitive bodybuilding stages added to their mystique. They famously claimed they were waiting for perfection before competing, though observers noted that their impressive upper bodies were not matched by their leg development, a weakness they strategically concealed in their gym routines and public appearances. Their decision to sidestep competitions kept their legend intact, leaving fans to speculate on what they might have achieved had they entered the professional arena. Interestingly, despite their marketable image and backgrounds as amateur wrestlers, the brothers never ventured into professional wrestling, a booming industry in the 1980s. While their larger-than-life personas seemed perfect for the wrestling ring, they chose to focus on Hollywood. Their early roles were mostly minor, including appearances in The Flamingo Kid, 1984, and an episode of Knight Rider, 1986. However, it was the Barbarians that marked their most ambitious project. Filmed in Italy, the movie attempted to ride the wave of Conan the Barbarian's success, casting the twins as leads in a fantasy epic. They trained rigorously in swordplay and horseback riding to prepare for the role, embracing the experience with enthusiasm. Despite their efforts and the film's ambition, it failed both critically and commercially. Its campy tone and low-budget production earned it the label of a forgettable B-movie. Reflecting on the experience, David Paul admitted that something shifted in their careers after The Barbarians. While they continued to work in films, they found themselves relegated to the realm of low-budget productions. The Paul brothers' Hollywood journey may not have reached the heights they envisioned, but their legacy remains intact. As entertainers who combined strength, humor, and a rebellious spirit, they carved out a niche that set them apart from both bodybuilding peers and traditional Hollywood stars. Their ability to bridge the gap between fitness and entertainment, coupled with their unapologetically bold personas, ensures they remain unforgettable icons in the history of bodybuilding and popular culture. The Barbarian brothers, David and Peter Paul, left an indelible mark on 1980s and 1990s pop culture, navigating a unique path through bodybuilding, acting, and even music. Around the time of their iconic film The Barbarians, the twins underwent a noticeable transformation, both physically and stylistically. Reportedly undergoing plastic surgery to enhance their appearances, specifically narrowing their noses and strengthening their jawlines, they also adopted theatrical wigs as part of their public persona. This bold choice cemented their barbaric image, both on-screen and off, helping to reinforce their brand as larger-than-life, rough-and-tumble characters. Despite their striking presence and undeniable charisma, the Paul brothers struggled to transition into mainstream Hollywood stardom. After The Barbarians, their career trajectory veered toward straight-to-video comedies, which cultivated a cult following among VHS enthusiasts. Films like Think Big, 1990, where they played truck-driving twins, Double Trouble, 1992, a crime comedy featuring mismatched siblings, and Twin Sitters, 1994, a family-oriented babysitting adventure, defined their niche. These low-budget productions, although critically dismissed, had a campy charm that resonated with Generation Y. The film's over-the-top action, cheesy one-liners, and the duo's unique dynamic made them a nostalgic staple for fans who grew up during the VHS boom. Yet mainstream success eluded them. The brothers' distinctive style and physicality, while captivating, never translated into major Hollywood breakthroughs. A potential turning point came with a small role in Oliver Stone's Natural Born Killers, 1994, where they filmed a scene opposite Robert Downey Jr. However, the scene was ultimately cut, further stalling their Hollywood prospects. This missed opportunity marked the beginning of their pivot away from acting and toward other creative pursuits. In the early 1990s, the Barbarian brothers even ventured into the music industry, experimenting with a short-lived rap career. Their bold and rebellious energy found a platform in songs like What You Looking At, featured in Twin Sitters. While their music gained some traction among their niche fan base, it failed to achieve mainstream success, and their foray into music fizzled out as quickly as it began. David Paul eventually found solace and a new calling in photography, capturing the raw power and artistry of bodybuilding legends such as Flex Wheeler, Jay Cutler, and Lee Priest. His distinctive style brought a new dimension to bodybuilding photography, blending the athlete's physical strength with an ethereal, almost artistic quality. David's creative journey extended to design and craftsmanship, particularly furniture making. Relocating to Rhode Island, he restored an 1820s barn into a breathtaking home, combining rustic charm with modern elegance. "It was always my dream to live in a barn and create this ancient-looking place with a clean, modern feel," he shared in a 2019 interview. His work as a designer reflected his philosophy of blending the old and the new, imbuing his creations with a timeless, vintage aesthetic. Though their careers never soared to Hollywood's heights, the Barbarian brothers remain cult icons of an era defined by bold personalities and audacious creativity. Their journey serves as a reminder of a time when eccentric, larger-than-life characters could carve out a niche, even if their domain was the shelves of local video stores rather than the red carpet. In the bustling world of Hollywood, David Paul found solace in the companionship of his loyal Great Dane, who was often by his side. This bond brought comfort amidst the chaotic demands of his artistic and bodybuilding pursuits. Tragically, David passed away unexpectedly in his sleep on March 6, 2020, just 2 days shy of his 63rd birthday. His sudden death was a devastating loss to his family, friends, and the communities he had touched. He is survived by his son, Wyatt, who carries forward David's legacy of creativity and passion. Like his twin brother, Peter, David had eventually returned to the East Coast, seeking a quieter life in his later years. Peter Paul, on the other hand, faced a more challenging journey. Around 2009, videos began surfacing online showing him at the University of Rhode Island campus. These recordings revealed troubling signs of erratic behavior and incoherent speech, indicating significant mental health struggles. Recognizing the depth of his brother's challenges, David sought to document Peter's condition through a deeply personal and dreamlike film titled Faith Street Corner Tavern, 2013. The film, which poignantly depicted Peter's mental health battle, was shown at various film festivals, though it never saw a wider release. Through this work, David aimed to foster empathy and bring awareness to his brother's condition, hoping for support and understanding. Despite these efforts, Peter's situation remained largely unchanged. Today, Peter resides in Vermont and maintains a presence on YouTube, where he posts content and interacts with viewers. However, much of his material reflects the ongoing struggles with his mental health, often appearing fragmented and disjointed. Despite these challenges, Peter remains active, showcasing a resilience that mirrors the bold spirit of the Barbarian brothers. The Paul twins, known as the Barbarian brothers, were trailblazers in the bodybuilding world during the 1980s. They broke the mold with their unconventional approach, combining extraordinary strength, charisma, and flamboyant style. They eschewed the rigid norms of bodybuilding by embracing heavy weights, junk food, and unorthodox fashion choices, such as wearing earrings and work boots instead of sneakers. Their audacious persona and unique style quickly catapulted them to fame, making them viral sensations long before the advent of social media. Through magazines, TV appearances, and public antics, they became larger-than-life figures who inspired a generation to embrace individuality and challenge conventional norms. The legacy of the Barbarian brothers is far more than their muscular physiques or cinematic endeavors. Their lives embodied authenticity, rebellion, and a fearless commitment to being true to themselves. Even as their careers in bodybuilding, acting, and music evolved, their influence remained significant. They stood as icons of individuality in a world that often demanded conformity, proving that strength was not just physical but also about having the courage to defy expectations. In their later years, the Paul brothers faced personal battles, David with his pursuit of peace and artistic expression, and Peter with his mental health struggles. Yet, even in these moments, they held on to the same indomitable spirit that had once made them stars. Today, the Barbarian brothers' legacy endures, celebrated through the stories, photographs, and memories they left behind. They remain a testament to the power of self-expression, inspiring others to embrace their uniqueness and forge their paths with unapologetic confidence. The memories of those who witnessed their journey will forever hold the unique combination of charisma, strength, and rebellion that defined them. While they may have been seen as outcasts in the traditional bodybuilding world, they never allowed societal norms or expectations to dictate their path. Instead, they carved out a legacy all their own, unapologetically blazing a trail that others might never have dared to tread. Their unconventional approach served as a reminder that there is no single blueprint for success or impact. By defying the norms and embracing their individuality, they demonstrated that greatness can be achieved through authenticity, leaving a lasting impression on all who crossed their path. Their story inspires others to forge their own way, proving that the most meaningful legacies are often built by those who dare to be different.